Hey everybody, Oz here, bringing you another Demir build. This is an update to the Thornes and More build that I had uploaded a long time ago. I'm going to be doing a couple things here. I'm going to be not only showing you the gameplay of it, I'm also going to show you the ability tree for the 29 points and the 39 points. Timestamps will be below, so if you want to skip over some stuff, you can. Alright, let's jump right into the abilities first. For the 29 points for this build, what you're going to be doing is picking up Child of the Force. You're going to upgrade this twice, so it becomes 3, which will give Vevin 114% of Demir's stats, which is a nice little upgrade from before, which was only 107. You will put 1 point into Special Mod 3. This will increase your damage to humanoids every 4th hit by 20%. It's a nice little additive to it. You're going to come over here to Call the Hearth, or what I like to call is a big tree or healing tree. It's nice, you know, sometimes it can bug out and become giant. It's kind of funny. You're only going to put 2 points into this because when you do the healing, it's going to be the same amount at this, and there's no point to hit this up or up this to 3 at this current point, and you'll get about the same damage output and healing output. You're going to, of course, then get Toxic Seeds 3 to increase your poison damage by 150%, which is a nice little damage as well as a heal for you with this, and as well as hitting Grasping Canopy 3 so you can increase the radius a bit. Our second ability will be then Call to Action. I play in Guard Stance. I highly recommend that you play in Guard Stance as well. It's a nice way to use Call to Action. You are going to increase the taunt radius by 2 meters by going into Booming Roar 1. You are then going to go into Force Nature 3. Stomp radius doesn't really matter. It's more or less what we're about to pick up right here called Breaking Point. When you taunt, when Vevin taunts, the mobs that are taunted are going to have a debuff, not just the silence and being taunted, but they're going to be taking 25 physical damage more and elemental as well. So if you're poisoned, if you have some poison on you, this is going to help as well because we're a fizz base for this build. And then we're going to make sure we pick into Primal Connection 3 so we can get the cooldown done. And we're going to pick up this nice little new move called Synchronized Action, which is money on the money. It's just money, yo. The wording on it is a little confusing, but realistically all you need to know is when you're in guard stance and you tell Vevin to come over here and he's in the air, he'll jump to your location, but while in the air, he's going to do his AoE taunt, which makes it so everyone is affected by the call to action for this. When he pounces on the ground and hits the targets in a certain amount of radius, it's a good radius I've learned, you and Vevin are going to get healed by 5% for their own maximum health for each enemy hit, and you can bring Vevin from 20% to 100% with this, as long as you hit a good amount of mobs. It is beautiful. This is a nice touch to the tree. The last ability that you're going to be picking up is called Ring of Thorns, which is kind of what the build is made of, made after, due to the fact that you really don't use this often, but this will destroy bosses and the elite bosses at the end of encounters and stuff. There are some cool little tips that you get, tricks and tips you can do with this, I'll tell you about in a moment, but you're going to hit 1 point in Ring of Thorns. You're going to then get 3 points into Bloom 3 to increase the duration, and then lastly you're going to get Carnivore. This is so that we have 4 meat-eater plants that do 200% physical damage for anyone that's close to the ring and a little bit inside as well. We're fizz base, so they are going to put the hurt on mobs. So a nice little combo I like to do with this is you can put down Ring of Thorns, and if there's a lot of mobs, you go into the middle of the ring and you do Call to Action. Demir then is able to get Vevin to jump to him. That will cause everyone that casts as well to be silenced and run into the ring and take some physical damage. It's a nice little way to clear up. So that's the 29 points. Let me get into the 39 point version. Alright, so for the 39 points, I'm going to be showing you what changed throughout the ability tree. So first, we are going to put 3 points to go into Sharing is Caring 3, which makes it so Vevin is also healed through health potions, just 30%. That's not going to be really needed as much, but we're needing to get to those because we've got to get these healthy rage. So now Vevin has 10% damage bonus while above 80% of health, which should be most of the time. And since we're physical base, it's strength, Vevin is going to be doing a good amount of damage. Over here for Call of the Hearst, we are going to get Regrowth 3. This is better than actually upgrading Call of the Hearst, due to the fact that instead of having it last longer and heal less, we're going to have it last less and heal more. That just, just realistically, that comes out just a tad bit better. And then we are going to go into Iron Bark, which grants 2 seconds damage immunity to all allies upon expiration, which is a nice little safe section for both you and Vevin. We're going to go into Venomous Trunk. Upon expiration, explode and inflict 50% damage, poison damage dot for 5 seconds to all enemies in an 8-minute radius. This is a nice way to clean up those pesky mobs that have a lot of health. Then we are going to put another point to call to action and increase the booming range taunt radius, so make sure you hit up Booming Roar 3. And that will be the only changes that we make for the E tree at 39 points. Alright, now let's talk about the stats that you want to shoot for on gear. Dealing with these stats, I'm going to break it into offensive and defensive. So for offensive, we want to shoot for strength, then physical damage and physical percent. And then this part you can, depending on your playstyle of things, you can go one side or the other. You can go down the poison route or the attack damage route, or what I like to do is the crit chance and crit percent route. And if you notice right now, I do have all legendaries on, so it's going to be a little bit different for people that are starting out with epics. But I was able to pick up 50% critical attack chance, which is a nice little situation that's going on, especially for poison damage as well from the tree. Then what you want to do for your defense, I highly recommend that you shoot to get poison resist cap. If you can't get them all capped, this is what you need to do in order. Poison, number 1, fires, number 2, then cold, then lightning. If you can shoot for only one, try to make it poison as best as you can. Poison is the most important because Vevin likes to sit in the poison puddles for some reason, and he's going to take a lot of damage if you're not poison resist. Then what you want to do, there's 2 different things here depending on what's already on the gear, or this is if you're crafting. If it has fortitude on it, you go for health. If it has armor on it, you go for health. So then those are the 2 ways that you go after the resist for your defense. Alright, so I'm going to jump into a Gauntlet. I'm going to show Mastery difficulty due to the fact that I have legendaries on, but with the epics on that you could probably pick up throughout just doing end time missions, you will be able to do at least normal, and then through some crafting as well, you'll be able to hit up hard, and then you don't need all these legendaries to do Mastery, you just need maybe a couple, or if you have a lot of School of Magic attached to it, you are able to easily do Mastery then. So I'm going to jump into that. Mastery Gauntlet number 1, just to show off how to play this build really quick. Alright guys, so I sped up a little bit. I'm going to show you guys the end of the Gauntlet. This is level 1 Gauntlet of Mastery difficulty. I'm just trying to show you guys what the build is like towards like the end game of things. So currently what you want to try to do for the most part is sit in the middle as best as you can and just watch out. So we have a Spectre. We're going to make sure that we put a heal on him above Vevin, get a little health going. We're going to help clear up. He's got like nice health. You can go inside with Shelter. So this is a good point to put down Ring of Thorns, and then Taunt. Vevin got hit really hard and was able to easily come back to him with full HP. If you notice, he's right at the cusp at full HP, just due to the fact of how many people were hit by that. So we have another Spectre here. We're going to wait till the Spectre lands. Alright, he landed over there, which is nice, because now we don't have to worry about putting down the Call of the Hearst. Vevin's solid. If you really want to be perfectionist, you can get inside and put Shelter. This is a lot of heavy mobs. We're going to taunt him, make him go back to full HP, as well as silence the Stone Elemental so he can't breathe on him, which does a good amount of damage not just to Vevin but ourselves. I'm gonna go inside right now, get a little bit of shelter going. So we're gonna have all our cooldowns back up. So let's root with the Thornes. Just look at Vevin's health. He's about to be below 80. He was able to take care of the Spectre. So just try to keep an eye on Vevin for the most part as well. Make sure that he stays healthy. It's always nice. So we're at this elemental. We're gonna place the call Hearse on top of that, just so that if he does get a breath off, Vevin keeps on getting healed through the dot. So we're almost done with this. We're gonna go inside just for a moment. We're gonna bring them over here, so this way they walk towards the edge of it. This is the little tip that I recommend that you can kind of do. You can drag them across the circle and get hit by the carnivores. So we got a good amount of mobs here. We're gonna place down the Harst and just kind of rotate ourselves so this way we can use our boomerangs to hit as many people as we can, any mobs. So this is going to be the boss, so let's, right when we start, we go inside just so we know where the boss is. We were lucky to show where the boss spawned. We're gonna come out and taunt, so this way we can grab everybody. We're gonna put down the ring. We're gonna start clearing. We're gonna help out Vevin currently to clear out some of these mobs so we can have him completely go onto the boss. So, you know, dodge this. Put down that. We're gonna go inside. You can dodge a lot of stuff. We're gonna have him taunt, so this way he has a debuff for a little bit. I'm gonna help clear out some of these mobs just so that Vevin stays on the boss. We have the ring up, but we're gonna wait just to make sure. Alright, we're good. So there's that. That's the loot pinata coming out for you guys. Alright guys, thanks again for watching this video. If you have any questions about this build or suggestions, you can always just leave a comment below or hit me up on my Twitch while I'm playing or not playing even. My Twitch you can find me at is Oz_Oz. And I usually stream from 7 a.m. through 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if that's you can't catch that time, you can also go to the Pagan Online Discord or the subreddit. I would recommend the Discord. It's a lot quicker, as well as there's many people on there that can help you out with any questions. I'll have the link below for all 3 of those. And yeah, thanks again guys for everything and watching the video. And I will catch you guys in the Pantheon. Have a good one.